UFC Fight Night, UFC Vegas 59. Santos versus Hill takes place this weekend. And I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions. Let's get straight into it. Starting with the early prelim opener of Maro Bueno Silva versus Stephanie Edgar. I'm going to be siding, it's a close fight, but I'm going to be siding Stephanie Edgar here as the underdog. I do believe she's going to go out there and get the job done. I like Maro Bueno Silva. I think she's good at jiu-jitsu, but she didn't look good against Yanan Wu, and I think honestly, Stephanie Edgar would easily beat Yanan Wu, if I'm honest with you. Submit her, out-grapple her. And Maro Bueno Silva had a tough time. Won the fight clear, but had a tough time still. She did lose to Manon Fiora, but I ain't a bad loss. Manon Fiora is good. Title elimination bout against Chikagian. That's not a bad loss. And she did look good in that fight, but Montana De La Rosa just lost. And is just losing a lot lately, let's be real. She beat Lipsky, but she went to a draw for her, which isn't bad. She did submit Jillian Robertson, but things happen there. It's a sport. You get submitted with an arm bar. Things happen. It's a sport. Speaking of arm bars, you get submitted. Stephanie Edgar did submit Jessica Rose Clark. No surprise there at this point with Rose Clark getting subbed by arm bars, but she beat Shayna Young, who's just coming off a win, and I think she's fighting Miranda Maverick coming up soon. She's good. She did lose to Tracy Cortez, but I say Cortez would beat Bueno Silva herself, so Cortez is pretty good. She's coming off good wins. I do believe she's going to go out there and beat Maro Bueno Silva. It's tough to say, but I'm going to say she out-controls Maro Bueno Silva for the first 2 rounds on the ground. Tries going for submission attempts, but dominates the first 2 rounds and loses the third. Bueno Silva's good cardio and can stay tough, but 33 years old, Stephanie Edgar. I hope she loses. Bueno Silva's more marketable. And I'm going to go Maro Bueno Silva. Moving on up the call. No. I'm not going to go Bueno Silva. I'm going to go Stephanie Edgar. First 2 rounds, loses the third. Bueno Silva win. I hope Bueno Silva wins though. Moving on up the card, Corey McKenna versus Miranda Granger. I'm actually gonna take Miranda Granger here as the underdog. I think she'll go out there again. Another underdog pick is what I'm gonna go with. I just haven't been impressed with Corey McKenna. I was on the side of maybe picking her here, but she really let me down against Elise Reed. Like, I thought that was kind of like a bit of a free win. Elise Reed's alright, though. We kind of found that out after, but she's not that good, I don't think. I think she's quite garbage, to be honest with you. She is 23 years old, and she is going to make rapid improvements. But same with Miranda Granger. Granger is a bit old, I do believe. 30 years old, only 30. Only 30 years old, 7 years younger than McKenna, but I don't think McKenna's ready. She did lose to Ashley Yoder, which isn't a good look, but Yoder's rangy. She can land some shots here and there. She's kind of a tricky opponent. And I think Granger's going to make massive improvements here. She beat Hannah Goldie, which is a decent win. And yeah, she did lose to Amanda Lemos, but Lemos is good. Like, I think she'll go out there. I think Miranda Granger will go out there and edge out a close decision over Corey McKenna, who honestly isn't that good. I was picking her against Elise Reed. She let me down massively in that one. Close fight against Reed. It wasn't like Reed shut her out for 3 rounds. It was still competitive. But I don't think she'll out-grapple Granger. And I don't see her knocking out Granger. She has some pop in her shots. No pun intended. Her nickname's Poppins. But she does have some shots, some pop in her shots. But I don't think she'll put out Granger. Arguably lost to Kay Hansen and Vanessa Demopoulos. Well, she won against Demopoulos, but Demopoulos ain't that good. I'm going to go Granger. 29-28 decision again. Moving on up the card, Jason Witt versus Josh Quinlan. I guess Quinlan got signed to the UFC. Yeah, dude's massively on something. He's on something, and Jason Witt is going to get cracked and put out cold in the first round here. Jason Witt is not going to win. I'm going to go Josh Quinlan first round KO. I like Josh Quinlan. He's good. He's on something, definitely. He's 29. I think he'll go out there and KO Jason Witt early. Put Logan Urban out. out of there in the first. He's on something. And he fought decent opponents. Not really 3-1, but he also had an amateur scene. 3-0, 6-0, 2-0. Fought 3-1 guy in his last one, 5-1, but it was a no contest. They signed him anyways. I think he'll go out there and beat Jason Witt, Jason Witt's good, but I mean, he lost. He's kind of inconsistent sometimes. Like, you never know what he's going to show up as. Like, we think Barberina's just going to put him out. Oh, he looks really good. All right, we're going to pick him to beat Philip Rowe in that next one. Oh, he looks terribly bad. It's so inconsistent. Maybe he'll look absolutely good here. I'm not going to trust him, though. I'm going to go with Josh Quinlan, first round KO. Philip Rowe put him out. Now, Barberina, that is aging well. Barberina just beat Robbie Lawler, Matt Brown, Darian Weeks. He's on a good winning streak. Barberina just beat Lawler. I'll just mention that. But Barberina doesn't have that one-punch KO power. He's kind of like a volume-based guy that will just eventually get to you and beat you up. Someone's going to put him out cold. Same with Sato. And Cole Williams, who the frick cares? I'm going to go with him losing this one. He's 35. Quinlan's 29. I think this might be a bit of a more confident pick on the card. Josh Quinlan, first round KO. Moving on up the card, Takashi Sato versus Brian Battle. I'm going to go Brian Battle winning this one over Takashi Sato. I like Takashi Sato, but I don't know why he's in the UFC. Like, he looked terrible against... He's so annoying the way he fights. You never know with him, because he put away Ben Saunders in his debut, but then gets dominated by Bilal Muhammad. Then he puts away Jason Witt, but then gets dominated by Miguel Baeza. Then gets gets beat up by Gunnar Nelson for 3 rounds. He's so inconsistent as well. 32 years old. I like Brian Battle here. I like Brian Battle in general. I think he's a good fighter. 29 years old. He beat Trayshawn Gore in that last one. That was impressive. That was an impressive win. And yeah, Brian Battle doesn't have power back, and he still was able to beat Gore. Like, he won the first round, lost the second, but then came back in the third and won it unanimously. Good for him. He beat Gilbert Urbina as well. He's good. I think he'll go out there and beat Takashi Sato. I wonder what the odds are in this one. Yeah, I think it should be maybe a 3-1. Sato's not good. He could get chin Sato. He could get chin Battle. But he took shots off Gore. And I think Gore has more power in his shots. Boom. Lights out than Takashi Sato. So I'm going to go Brian Battle winning this one. And using his grappling to win this one. I'll say he gets a rear naked choke. I think he gets that. He beat Andre Petrosky on the show. Tough. And he's looking good. They just beat Nick Maximov. So I'm going to go Brian Battle. First round rear naked choke. Moving on up the card. Terence McKinney versus Eric Gonzalez. Alright, Drew Dober's fine. I'll accept that. Drew Dober's very good. Alright, and I was like, and McKinney almost beat him. So Drew Dober, he lost that one. He kind of gassed out. If he loses to Eric Gonzalez, there is 0 redemption. 0. And he better learn his lesson what he did last time against Dober. Dober's good, and Dober is tough. And McKinney kind of gassed down. He took it on short notice, so it was kind of an exception there. But there is no excuse this time. He better take it slow. But I don't even think he needs to. I'm going to go Terence McKinney. First round easy KO. Lock of the card, I'd say. Dave gave him an easy win. Eric Gonzalez overall just isn't that good. Fought bums in the regionals. Lost to Humberto Bandone by unanimous decision. Lost to Rafa Garcia, who just fought Drakkar Klose. Arguably could have won. But yeah, I just haven't found him person. Got KO'd out cold badly by Jim Miller. And it's not a bad loss, but McKinney, I'd say, has more boom. And then Jim Miller at this point. I think McKinney's got this one. He's good, McKinney. Got put away by Dober, but we just seen Dober 2 days ago just get a win over Rafael Alves. And Dober overall has that chins of the chins. So I understand he gassed out in there. But he beat Fresa Yam easily. And he put away Matt Frivola. And I'd say Matt Frivola is better than Eric Gonzalez, if I'm honest with you. So yeah. He's improved. Gonzalez is not going to throw anything crazy. And I think he'll cover up. First KO loss of his career against Jim Miller as well. I think he'll lose. I'm going to go Terence McKinney getting this one done. First round KO easily. Moving on up the card. Mikael Olexy versus Sam Alvey. I'm going to go Mikael Olexy here over Sam Alvey. I think this is a pretty safe pick here. You never know, though. Sam Alvey, of course, Sam Alvey. He can go to like a split draw of Daun Young and almost win against Ryan Spann. Go to a split decision of Ryan Spann. So you never really know with him. But I think recently, ever since he's been at middleweight, he just hadn't looked good. Like, he got subbed by Brendan Allen quite easily, you know. He could have won against Wellington Turman. Now he is looking pretty decent. But I think Olexy. I mean, where is this taking place? Middleweight. Okay. So, I think this will go really wrong for him here. Julian Marquez finished him and rocked him beforehand. I just think it's going to be the end here for Sam Alvey. Poor old Sam Alvey. I think he's going to lose this. 36 years old. I think this now he needs to be cut after this. 27. And Mikael, 27 years old for Mikael. And Mikael Olexy, he's good. He made it really close against Dustin Jacoby. Lost clear. I'm not going to say like really close. He could have lost. He could have won the fight. No, he lost the last 2 rounds clear, but we just seen Daun Young get laid out. I know it's a bit of a weird stoppage, but Daun Young got laid out by Jacoby. And he did all right in the first round against Jacoby and won the first round against Jacoby. Mikael. And he put away Shamil Gamzatov, took his O. Could have lost to Modestas Bukauskas. But Bukauskas is a bit decent. He's a bit rangy and a bit awkward. I don't see Sam Alvey doing anything on the ground, so I think Mikael gets a first round easy KO. Moving on up the card to the main card. Let's get to the main card, which is Ariana Lipsky versus Priscilla Kakawera. I'm going to go Ariana Lipsky here over Priscilla Kakawera. I like Priscilla Kakawera, but she just isn't that good, I don't think. Like, I honestly don't mind that she... Okay. A lot of people will probably disagree, but I don't even mind her against Yeon Kim. That was a close fight against Yeon Kim. It could have went either way. Kim could win it. But even then, making it close with Kim, like, Kim is just on the edge now. And arguably can be caught. She just lost to Jocelyn Edwards quite clear. I just don't see... I really just don't see her winning against Lipsky. She struggles against girls that take her down to the ground. Julian Robertson. I know Robertson's good jiu-jitsu, but same with Lipsky. Like notice that. She lost to Luana Carolina, Molly McCann, Shevchenko, of course. But Lipsky, she's good. She beat Maddie Baum, which isn't really aging well, let's be real, but she did lose to Montana De La Rosa and Antonina Shevchenko. But she beat Luana Carolina by knee bar. And beat that girl as well, Isabella, and whatever. But she lost McCann and Wood. She's good. I think she'll go out there and get the job done with the grappling and get herself a rear naked choke win. I'm going to go with as well. I think she'll get the job done. Moving on up the card. Moving on. Augusto Sakai versus Sergey Spivak. I'm gonna go Sergey Spivak. I don't mind Sakai here. I mean, what are the odds? He is a big underdog, but he's not too big of an underdog. A lot of people are picking Spivak. Sakai can win. And I think this will be a very close fight, but I'll probably say split decision. I just think Sakai is just on the... he used to be good earlier in his career. Like, when he fought, like, Tybura, you know? When he beat Tybura. Had a great performance there. KO'd him in the first round. When he beat Arlovsky, arguably lost. He arguably did lose to Arlovsky. Arguably lost to Blagojevic as well. But ever since he lost to Overeem, he just hasn't been the same. At all. Like, he just hasn't been the same. And it's unfortunate. Sergey Spivak, I think, is just more safe here. Like, he's coming off a fresh win over Greg Hardy not too long ago as well. I mean, back in March. Like, a bit of time now, but he's good. He is good. He did lose to Marcin Tybura there as well. Marcin Tybura. But that was when it's back then. Like, he's massively improved. He trains at Extreme Couture. I think he trains there anyways. Like, dude's a massive guy. He's not 6'2". He's 6'3". We've seen pictures of him in Ngannou at the gym. He arguably is taller than Ngannou. He's good, man. He destroyed Greg Hardy early in the first. I picked Hardy to win that. Really regret that. But, he beat Olenek. You know, he outgrappled Olenek. Beat Bandera. Destroyed Bandera. Close fight against Felipe, but I think he's improved. Like, he did get put away by Walt Harris, but I think Sakai does have power, but I just don't think he'll win it. He got put out cold badly by Tuivasa, and I know Tuivasa does that to a lot of other guys, especially other guys like Derek Lewis. But still, he got laid out bad. Leg folded, like, Rosenstruck put him out. I just think he's just a bit... I think he's just a bit shit, if I'm honest with you. I think he's just a bit shit. Overeem put him out. Yeah, I'm going to go Sergey Spivak. I don't think he'll get taken down, though. I think it'll be a stand-up fight. And maybe Sakai wins it early, but I think when the rounds go on, Spivak can get the job done. Late 2 rounds. Gas out Sakai. Yeah, moving on up the card. So tough, moving on to the tournament championship for the tough season finale. Juliana Miller versus Brogan Walker. I'm going to go Brogan Walker here over Juliana Miller. I think Juliana Miller is not that great. She's a favorite here, so I'm going to take Brogan Walker here as an underdog. I just haven't seen Miller impressed. I just haven't seen her really, like, I haven't found her really impressive. And I found more skill in Brogan Walker than Juliana Miller. I like Juliana Miller. I've seen she's getting hyped before. She got hyped up by Juliana Pena. But I think Pena just got dominated by Nunes, and she's gonna look at that. And I know people are gonna say, yeah, but she's focusing on herself. She's gonna look at that. She hasn't been looking good. She beat Caitlin Neal by Kimura, but she just hasn't looked good skill-wise, in my opinion. And yeah, I think Brogan Walker's got this one done. I've watched both of their fights. She's looked better against Hannah Guy. You know, she looked better against Hannah Guy. And she beat Laura Gallardo as well there. Yeah, I think she's going to go out there and get it done. She lost to Erin Blanchfield, but it's Erin Blanchfield. Pearl Gonzalez, you can maybe look at that back, but she beat Miranda Maverick. She's good. I think she'll go out there and beat Juliana Miller and win a close decision. Yeah, 29-28, Brogan Walker. I think she gets it done, wins the trophy as well, and she's in the UFC. Moving on to another tough season finale. Zach Paga versus Muhammad Usman. I'm gonna go Zach Paga here. Weird last name, but I think he'll go out there and beat Muhammad Usman. I just don't think Muhammad Usman's on the level to his brother and Kamaru Usman. I think Zach Paga gets this one done. I think his name's Zach Paga. But Zach Paga, I think, gets this one done. I think he's good. He beat Jordan Heiderman, but Heiderman's kind of chinny. We got the win over Niall Bartling there as well, and he beat Marcus Perez on the Cage Warriors. He's good. I think Muhammad Usman's not as better though. Like he also trains at Team Elevation as well, Elevation Fight Team, same thing. I just don't think Usman's that good. Like Eduardo Perez didn't look that great. Mitchell Sipe, You know, lost to Brandon Sills. Basically, the heavyweight Chris Weidman. Like, I just don't think he's that good. He lost to Dontel Mays then as well, who just recently lost to that Egyptian guy at UFC 277, Hamdi Abdulwahab or whatever. I just don't think Muhammad Usman's going to get the job done. I think he'll lose. And I think the pressure's going to be on him as well, because his brother, people are like, oh, maybe now Usman's brother's coming in, and Usman's probably going to be hyping him up. Pressure's going to get to him. He'll lose. I think Zach Pargo gets the job done. I think he will win it. People will agree with me as well. Yeah, I think he'll get the job done. Moving on up the card to the co-main event. Vicente Luque versus Jeff Neal. I'm going to have to go Luque. I'm going to go Vicente Luque. Not at the cause where it's Luque. Like, I like Luque. And Luque's good. He is good, Luque, but I just haven't been impressed at all by Jeff Neal. And he's so inconsistent. Like, we lost to Neil Magny. He lost to Ponzinibbio as well. The complete robbery. Absolutely robbery. He's lucky to get this shot against Vicente Luque. I don't see him winning. I think he'll lose. Now, he could go out there and just edge out a close decision. I understand it is a 3-rounder. I know that. But I think Luque is going to land big shots on him as well. And I've had to trust who has the better chin here. I'm going to have to side Luque because Jeff Neal got rocked here and there by head kicks by Stephen Thompson. Was getting cracked here and there by Ponzinibbio. Got put down and double knockdown, remember, against Nico Price. I just think, what's it called? I just think that, Vicente Luque's got this one. He's good. He's better, I think. I think Luque's got this, man. Like, fair play did lose to Bilal Muhammad, but Jeff Neal ain't shooting a takedown. That's not going to happen. He put away Chiesa. Something Jeff Neal could do, but probably not. Woodley, Randy Brown, Nico Price. These guys Jeff Neal would beat. But, like, and I know, but he made it more competitive. Luque did make it more competitive against Wonderboy than Jeff Neal. You know? I fair play Neal, it was a 5-rounder, but he still was getting picked apart in the early rounds as well. If anything, he did alright in the later rounds. I think Luque is going to beat him. Jeff Neal, I don't think wins it. He lost to Ponzinibbio, man. That was a blatant robbery. Like, if fair play was close later on in the fight, I understand, but early rounds, first 2 rounds were clear Ponzi. I actually feel bad for him there. And he gained the shot opportunity for getting a split decision to win over Santiago Ponzinibbio. Props to Jeff Neal if he wins this, but I think Luque will embarrass him. I don't know why I'm just saying he'll embarrass him, but you're losing to Magny, man. Shavkat's making it look easy. You know? And if Jeff Neal had any sorts of power, he would have, first off, knocked out Ponzinibbio, because Ponzinibbio is chinny in some areas. And he put away Perry, I understand, but he landed a head kick perfectly. And Perry at this point is not the greatest. He did beat Bilal, but that was then. If he was any sort of power, like Magny got dropped by Max Griffin, nearly put out. Jeff Neal had nothing really for Magny. If you want to beat Luque, you gotta pass Magny. I know you can say he's improved, but he trains at Fortis. Luque, I think, trains at a good gym. Sanford, he trains at. He's got Burns as well with him. He's got a lot of guys. He's got Lawler. Like, he's got good guys training with him here. I think he's going to go out there and get the job done. Yeah. He's got other guys. Yeah, I think Luque is going to go out there, get the job done. Have a tough first round, close first round. Second round, Luque. Slightly in the third round, Luque. 30-27, 29-28, 29-28. Vicente Luque gets the job done. Unanimous decision. Moving on up the card to the main event. Thiago Santos versus Jamal Hill. I'm going to have to go Jamal Hill to get this one done. I trust Jamal Hill to win this. I do really trust Jamal Hill to win this one. KO in the late first round. I like Thiago Santos, but I think now it's just time that he just loses this. Like, I just don't see him winning this one against Jamal Hill. I really don't. Like, I don't think he's... I just don't see him winning against Jamal Hill. I don't see him KOing Jamal Hill. I honestly think Jamal Hill, when he says, I got nasty-ass hands, he actually does have nasty-ass hands. Like, he put Jimmy Crute out of there. Boom. Easy work. Not a scratch on Jamal Hill. You know? Same thing against Walker. Like, he puts away Johnny Walker easily in the first. Like, this is very impressive by Jamal Hill. You could say Crute's not really that great anymore. Like he used to earlier in his career. When he was, like, a savage coming up. Same with Walker. But Thiago Santos against Johnny Walker was absolutely stupid. You won a close decision against Walker. Good job, bro. Good job. Oh, you want a title shot for beating him like that? Ah, screw off. I like Santos, though. I respect Santos, honestly. I don't know why I'm making fun of him here. But listen. Respect to him for actually taking these fights. Like, he took on Rakic. You know, Walker he took on. Ankalaev he took on. And he just doesn't throw as much kicks as he used to in his career, earlier in his career. Ever since he did not pop a knee, but he hurt his knee, surgeries and that. Like, it is risky. I just don't see him beating Jamal Hill, and I don't see him landing leg kicks. He did land some few leg kicks on Ankalaev, but there was nothing really an effect on Ankalaev. Ankalaev checked most of them. I think Hill will do the same if Santos does some leg kicking here. And, yeah, I think Jamal Hill gets this one done. Ankalaev is boring, as usual. I mean, Ankalaev just finished Smith, fair play, but Ankalaev is usually just boring. He doesn't really go for the finish. Same with Rakic. Glover went for it, but he kind of, like, he had the opportunity to. And Thiago Naho is dumb. Yeah, I just don't see him winning. Put down by David Branch and pressured by David Branch. Not a good sign. And Jamal Hill, this ain't his first main event. Like, he'd been in it against Walker already. Put Walker to sleep. Out cold, bad. Like, the follow-up, that was a brutal KO. Put down Walker. And then a big 1-2 on the pipe there. And put Walker to sleep badly. Yeah. And he dealt with leg kicks against St. Preux as well. So even if Santos does land leg kicks, and he could have more of an effect, he definitely does have more of an effect than St. Preux. It's still, like, he does just walk forward still, Jamal Hill. And St. Preux's whole game plan was just landing leg kicks, basically. Yeah. Paul Craig, I don't see Santos jiu-jitsuing him or anything. Paul Craig put him out, but Hill didn't even tap, really. It was just an arm injury, and they just had to stop the fight. So, yeah. That's why. He probably beats Paul Craig in a rematch. Let's be really, KOs him. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Jamal Hill getting this one done. He's 31. Turned it 2 months ago. But I think 2.5 months ago now. But he's 31. I think his time is now. I think Santos' time is over. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This the full card predictions for UFC Vegas 59. Yeah, Santos versus Hill. Yeah, I think Jamal Hill gets the job done. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, peace.